All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Strips off me at the grand jury.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio?
Wedding. I'd rather you took the wheel.
All right, everybody, welcome back to LA Noire. All right, we're here for our first case on the Homicide Desk with Rusty. If you remember, our very first case as a patrolman, Rusty Galloway and Floyd Rose were the two detectives on the scene that asked us to look for that revolver. And now he is our partner and very grumpy about it. All right, so Temple, those don't mean anything to me. Let me look at the map. All right, there's a street crime. Here is the homicide scene. All right, looks like we want to go to second. Hopefully I can figure out how to get there.
Attaboy, up there you go right now.
Continue to respond.
I think we're just going to take a bunch of rights.
Any central unit, car 16.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Hang her right. Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
The Dahlia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is. Stay on this road.
Officer needs help, 103 and B.
No street crimes today, kids. Not unless I need to fill some time in the episode. Then I'll cut one in. Once you get to this desk, you can free roam on the map under the mission Streets of LA in the menu. So if you feel you need some street crime action, just do Streets of
Wait for
LA.
the next turning and go right. Go right through here.
All right, calm down, you old battle axe.
Mark George is en route to 496 Broadway. You have another assignment there, Central?
All right, here's the crime scene.
Crime scene is just up the dirt road, Detective.
Thanks, buddy.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Drag marks on the ground. And a mutilated body, and hopefully I can figure out how to blur that out. Because I don't know how to, there's no nudity sensor thing in the setting, I don't think. Let me look here. Options, gameplay. Nope, there's no way to blur out the nudity. All right. Close your eyes if it gets to a part you don't want to see.
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
No one's disturbed the body.
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Hello?
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that looks fatal right there. All right, you can see the stomp mark on her chest, right about there. Written on her torso.
Interesting.
FUBD. FU Black Dahlia. And then I think the other word is Tex. All right.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Some blood, but not a lot. Maybe right after he killed her. Ripped the ring off. All right. I don't think there's anything else we can see there on the body.
What's the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Black Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
All right.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Nope. I think that's his classic Carmine. So maybe the killer brought his own lipstick for some reason. Or maybe the lipstick of the Black Dahlia. Just a hairbrush. I'm trying to hit the X button.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Oh, look, it's a puzzle. A little bit farther. I think I went the wrong way. Oh, you know what? They're all off by one.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
That is an interesting question. Sorry, I had to put in a Ricola. I'm recovering from some disease.
In a case like this.
Rusty needs a drink. Since Rusty's been there before, he can drive.
Can you drive to this one? The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us alone with a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stum. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
Rusty made some good points there, you know. Usually someone like this is compelled to do what they're doing. They just can't stop whenever they want.
I got a call back for that universal chorus line.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
I think he's a bit of a gangster. He treats me nice.
Obviously, you can't do that anymore.
So, how's your tuna?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ.
Going to pay for that?
Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
All right, suspect seen with victim.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Okay. Eye contact, level head, no expressions.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay, let's ask about the ring stolen from the victim.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
I think he bought it for her. And now look at his face. He's looking down. He's looking all over the place. He's hiding something. That means we go bad cop?
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're going to tell me.
Okay. I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
All right, let's ask what he knows about her husband.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
And again, his eyes were darting back and forth there. Swallowed right there. He knows a little more than he's telling.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. She picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
So she's a drunk. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know, just saying.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
You ought to meet Joe's buddy.
Is there a phone somewhere?
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
My egg. Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks for your help.
All right, now we can leave. Of course, not through the door that we got here in. Let me look at the map again. She lives right next to the crime scene. Look at that. Okay.
Watch it, will you?
Minor damage. That'll buff right out.
The booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
Any central unit, car 16L, reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identified.
We're not going to that. We got a bigger case to solve.
Up ahead, you turn left.
I don't know why that road's closed. Probably the edge of the map.
Keep on going. Just ignore this turn.
Alright, we're gonna get there soon, honest. I should let him drive so it goes quicker.
Take the next right.
The next right. Maybe that's this right?
Take the next right.
I guess not. Is this not it? Next one.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Need some paint.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
All right, let's see what we can find in here. Like a newspaper. Family burnt to death. Cops say house fire deaths are suspicious.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary arrangements.
You said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before.
I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal with
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
I think the good doctor is mixed up with something a little more dirty than keeping patients drugged, like arson and murder. All right. A lot of booze.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
Maybe it's her husband's shoes.
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
I wouldn't climb through a window in a $30 suit. I don't think a box of detergent or dirty dishes in the sink are clues, so that's why we ignored those. A box for a ring.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring. A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
All right. Booze everywhere. I think somebody was an alcoholic. I don't think that is a clue.
Doesn't tell me anything.
If you sober up, you can find me at
Jacob
apartment
are
2.
obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on.
So her husband moved out because she's a drunk. All right.
One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty.
I don't think you have to get thirsty to be nasty, Rusty. Just admit it.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459.
Anybody over here? Hello? Oh, here's somebody.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
All right, so the lovely couple was having marital problems. Well, Rusty went back to the car because there's no booze in the house.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
So, Rusty's the guy who's all about the husband is the doer 90% of the time, but already in this one, he's like the husband isn't. All right, let me see where this is on the map. Right around the crime scene.
You need to turn left at the next junction.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in. We'll keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Well, keep on going.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired.
Oh, gosh.
391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Stop. Turn back the other way.
It's one of these ones where the bridge interchange screwed me over.
Attaboy, up there you go right now.
I think this car is faster than our last one. It seems a lot faster.
Take the next left.
Oh, I don't like windy streets. We're making him drive to the next one.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead. You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
That she's...
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
Are we shading? Thanks for effing my wife.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try it.
Thanks for the offer. I need you to do something
The oldest
about my
problem there
wife.
is what to do about the old lady.
Well, that doesn't look good. Oops.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Size 11s.
Too big. All right, let's ask about the movements of Celine Henry.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
He's looking around a lot, even during the answer. Let's look at our notebook here. I think the owner of the club says they come there often. I think we'll use the lighter.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
He's still looking away.
We know she went to the Bomba Club.
The bartender there. He calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
And by doing so, you killed your wife. Last contact with victim.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
And that matches pretty much what the neighbor said. He's just kind of staring. His head's a little cocked to one side, but there's not a lot of the same movements as last time. We'll go good cop.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
All right, motive for murder.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Again, he looked away as he said it. So we've got that note there, the death threat note. So we're going to use that to call him a liar.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
Huh? How about this note, Big Mouth? Huh?
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Oh, boy.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
You're awful hot.
What's this bunker?
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Rusty went down pretty quick.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
All right. So based on that, I think we should go here instead. He's a suspect, so we'll make Rusty drive so you guys don't have to see me driving.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Oh boy, good old Rusty. All right, let's see what. Oh, whoops! What apartment does he live in? 16.
Mendez, apartment 16. Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
That was tough to figure out. It's not as bad as the set of jungle drums. There's the gold door handle.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Here's another gold door handle. And a shoe. Size 8 shoe.
Size 8s could help place Mendez at the scene.
Oh boy.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
Smushed lipstick. And a tire iron.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
Why would you keep this stuff? I mean, there's no reason for anybody to keep that, right? Why would you keep it? That's very odd to me.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donnelly begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there!
Where is he?
You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Get in and drive.
All right, good thing I figured out where he was going. Oh gosh.
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
Okay.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Put your hands where I can see them.
That car got wrecked.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Notice how Phelps didn't get a drink? He is an outsider. Alright, case closed. Suspect is in the bag, even if you did leave Jacob sweating in the central lockup. I don't know, got a lot of doubts about the guilt of that guy. You wouldn't leave all of the clues in your bedroom. I think somebody would call that an orgy of evidence. Got some real doubts about this one, but it is a 5-star case. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. My call sign is November 9. I'll see you on the next one, folks.